Welcome to this explainer. If you're someone who loves to really geek out and deeply understand the tools you use, well, you're absolutely in the right place. Today, we're diving headfirst into a seriously brilliant piece of tech, the Color i5 Spectrophotometer. We're going to break down exactly how it captures the world of color with such, frankly, incredible precision. But think about this for just a second. What actually defines a perfect color measurement? Is it the hardware, the software, or is it the operator? The truth is, flawless data relies on perfectly bridging that physical setup with exact science. Let's see exactly how the Color i5 pulls that off. Okay, let's dive right into this. Today, we are mastering the core measurement features of the Color i5. By the time we wrap up, you'll be fully equipped to push this device to its absolute limits, ready to tackle pretty much any sample that comes across your desk. Section 1. Meet the Color i5. All right, meet the Color i5 Benchtop Spectrophotometer. It's essentially a mid-range powerhouse, specifically designed for lab environments and built to handle just a massive variety of samples. Now, before we get into the heavy lifting, I have to give you a quick safety warning straight out of the manual. The light inside this thing is intense, so whatever you do, never stare directly into the operating lamp. And, while the data it gives you might literally blow your mind, please make sure you aren't using it in actual explosive environments. Safety first, right? Just look at the sheer performance capability packed into this unit. I mean, check out the measurement time. We're talking less than or equal to 2.5 seconds, and that includes both the flash and the data acquisition. Pair that blazing speed with a repeatability of 0.03 RMS delta E and a duty cycle hitting up to 480 measurements per hour. So what does that mean for you? It means the Color i5 is built for high volume, but it absolutely refuses to sacrifice even an ounce of precision to get there. Section 2. Precision Core Measurement Controls. Now, this status panel, this is your command center. It's designed to be super intuitive, right there on the front of the unit. And it clearly displays your active controls for aperture size, UV settings, and specular conditions. A quick glance is really all it takes to remove all the guesswork before you even trigger a reading. Let's fire off some of these heavy-hitting precision features. Under the hood, the Color i5 packs tri-beam technology, automated 400-nanometer UV filter adjustment, which is great for optically brightened samples, and a self-adjusting dual zoom lens. Actually, I gotta say, that auto zoom lens is a total hero feature. Why? Because it completely eliminates configuration errors. It automatically moves the zoom lens whenever you change the aperture plate in the software. So the lens position and the physical aperture, they are always going to match perfectly. No double checking needed. And this brilliantly illustrates why that tri-beam technology is just so crucial. By capturing both Specular Included, or SCI, and Specular Excluded, SCE, simultaneously, the instrument can perfectly assess the gloss of a surface in a single flash. Think about it. You don't have to run two separate measurements anymore. Your software just grabs the exact data it needs based on your requirements. It saves you a ton of time and guarantees perfect alignment between those two readings. Section 3. 3 sample preview methods. The first method is purely mechanical, but honestly, it's beautifully designed. The sample door can be opened completely just by gently lowering it at the pry notches. This gives you a totally unobstructed manual view of your sample right at the viewport. It lets you make those tiny, super precise physical adjustments before you close the door for the actual measurement. The second method takes things a step further visually. This is the optional LCD sample preview monitor. It mounts right on top of the instrument, and an internal camera takes a live picture of your sample at the viewport, projecting it straight onto the screen. It's incredibly helpful for guiding your sample into perfect position, and the best part? No bending down to squint at the port. And finally, we have the third method, the computer monitor video preview. This setup uses an external USB adapter to display that exact same live internal camera feed directly onto your PC monitor. What's really great here is that you can easily tweak the brightness, contrast, hue, and saturation right on your computer screen. You can completely customize it to your own personal viewing preferences, making targeting highly detailed and tailored exactly to your workflow. Section 4. Calibrating for accuracy. So a really crucial point here is knowing exactly when to calibrate. That green calibrated LED on your status panel, that is your best friend. But when does it actually turn red? Well, you trigger a new calibration requirement anytime you change the measurement mode, the aperture size, or the specular condition. Oh, and as a golden rule, you absolutely must recalibrate every 8 hours of continuous operation. Sticking to these rules is how you completely avoid generating bad, uncalibrated data. It's a lifesaver.
Fortunately, if the machine does tell you it's time to calibrate, the process is incredibly simple. Honestly, it's completely stress-free. For reflectance calibration, it's just 3 steps. First, you launch it from your software. Second, you present the highly precise white calibration tile and then remove it. Third, present the black zero calibration trop. The software walks you through the whole thing, and within moments you are perfectly zeroed in and ready to get back to the science.
Section 5. Mastering reflectance and transmission. The crucial point here is understanding the fundamental difference between the two modes. Reflectance mode is what you use for opaque surface colors. We're talking things like plastics, paints, or textiles. The light actually bounces off the sample. Transmission mode, on the other hand, is used for translucent or transparent materials, like thin plastic films or liquid dyes. In this mode, the light passes directly through the sample. The awesome thing is your instrument can do both, but it does require slightly different physical setups. For reflectance, it's super straightforward. You simply present your sample at the fully open front viewport. Now, what I absolutely love about this design is the sample arm. It's specially spring dampened, meaning it closes gently. It's not going to snap back aggressively and scratch your fragile standard tiles or samples. Seriously, in a high-volume lab, that is a total game changer. Now, for transmission, things move to the inside of the machine. Using the optional transmission kit, you slide open the top cover, which reveals a specialized holder that securely locks in thin films or liquid cuvettes. This guarantees that your sample is held perfectly steady right in the path of the light. It gives you rock-solid data even when you're dealing with difficult-to-handle liquids. Finally, once your sample is aligned and your settings are totally dialed in, it's time to capture the data. To wrap up the operational workflow, initiating the measurement is as simple as clicking Measure in your software interface. Or you can just reach out and press the dedicated standard or trial button right there on the instrument status panel. The flash fires, and within 2.5 seconds, the data is yours. So we've covered the hardware, the smart controls, the visual targeting, and those all-important calibration steps. You are now officially equipped to master the Color i5. I'll leave you with this one provocative thought. Armed with color measurements this rapid and this precise, what are you going to create next? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and I'll catch you on the next deep dive.